Denver Broncos, Mile High View, no commercials, no bullshit. It seems that Champ Kelly most likely is going to be the next Broncos GM. And if I was a betting person, I would say Champ Kelly knew that John Elway was going to step down before the general public did. If I was a betting man, I would say that Fangio, Kelly, and Elway have all had a conversation about how this is going to go down. I think it's a good opportunity for Champ Kelly. I think under this circumstance, it works for the Denver Broncos. I can live with it because you need a good working relationship when building a team with your head coach. Now, where my criticism comes in is Elway should have stepped down before hiring Vic Fangio. The normal process is to figure out who the GM is going to be. I don't think, but with Elway's ego, he couldn't walk away from that. But we have a coach GM situation that could work out very well for the Denver Broncos as far as the defense is concerned. I'm hoping that they leave a lot to Mike Munchak. I'm not really still happy with Shermer as an offensive coordinator, but I do believe in the stick-to-itiveness right now with the Denver Broncos because they've just bounced around so much that they have to get consistency with the offensive game planner, whoever it may be. In this case, unfortunately to me, it's Shermer, but getting a new coordinator just makes no sense. The Denver Broncos obviously have to work on that offensive line, just really revamping it, making it bigger, tougher, meaner, work on the pass pro breakdowns that they've had all season long that I have consistently showed you video on. But the Champ Kelly makes sense because, quite frankly, the Broncos do not have a GM-friendly position. But in this case, it would really work out because it gives this guy an opportunity to, hey, on his resume, I got a GM, gives him the opportunity to work with a head coach he knows very well, a system he knows very well. So the two heads together can really bring in some really good player personnel. I believe that John Elway is sincere enough to step away and let them work their magic. I am going to be very critical of their decisions. I think there needs to be a lot of cleaning house in the Denver Broncos before they bring in new players. Players like Justin Simmons and Jackson could go. In my book, for reasons of budget reasons, I think you can bring in safeties that are just as good for a less price tag and put that money somewhere else. I don't want to get into the conversation right now about Justin Simmons is somehow Atwater or Polamalu. I mean, it's just a ridiculous conversation. But the fact is that somebody like Vic Fangio and Champ Kelly can find adequate safeties. They need to upgrade their corner positions. Obviously, the defensive line, I'm sure, is not happy to Vic Fangio's liking. And maybe we can start getting bigger, tougher, meaner, break through the line type of defensive players that go and ransack quarterbacks. I mean, come on. This line just isn't. If you learned anything from the Raider game and all the other games this season, Harris, if you want to keep him, he can't do it alone. Okay, we got to bring in some dogs. So obviously, there's going to be some fake GM candidates they're going to interview. The guy I wanted was the Kansas City player personnel executive, but it's just not going to. It's not a fit for this team. I see him going to the Panthers and actually making that a really good organization. Again, this is kind of a short-term situation between Fangio, Champ, and the ownership situation that's not resolved yet. So I think it works for the short run, and that's about where I'm going to leave it.